So what brings you to Mora today?
Well, I think it's really important in these difficult economic times to really get out there and talk to the people in cafes and people in small businesses because they're the ones on the front line that understand what's going on and what we need to do. There has been so much focus in Washington, too much focus on these big banks and understandable need to stabilize the financial system. It would have hurt everyone. That's stabilized now, and a lot of that money is starting to come back. And I would like some of that money to help small businesses. A lot of it has to go toward reducing our deficit because of the government spending issues. But I'd like to take a small portion of that money that those big banks use to, get their profits and get it out to the small businesses. Small businesses are 65% of the jobs in this country. You look at something like Target. It started as a dry goods store in a little storefront in downtown Minneapolis. 3M started up in Two Harbors. Medtronic, one of the biggest world's medical device companies in Minnesota, started in a garage. And so helping these small businesses with credit is key because a lot of our small businesses are frugal. They've gone through all their credit now. The economy is now starting to look up. There's some good signs with housing and different things. So we want to have our small businesses have the help they need to hang in there. And I think when you look at places like Mora and you look at Mora is affected by the economy overall in the state because some people commute to work. Hopefully that's improving. And then you look at the small businesses around here that we need to support.
You've heard a lot about foreclosures here. East Central Minnesota is kind of the foreclosure capital of the state.
Right.
What's going to come out of Washington in 2010 to help? And is there a light at the end of the tunnel?
I believe that there is because what got us into this mess was just a lack of regulation, a lack of following these people who are ripping us off. Subprime mortgages, people who had these huge mortgage documents that no one understood. And one of the things we will get done in the first 6 months of the year is financial regulation. And I believe in the Senate it's going to be a bipartisan bill. I'm not up for election, but I know people that are. And if you're a Republican or a Democrat, I don't know how you face the electorate and say, well, Wall Street got into the mess. They got a cold. Main Street got pneumonia. And we're not going to do anything to make sure it doesn't happen again. We have to pass some financial regulation. It shouldn't be anything that will impede our progress, but these credit default swaps, the way the over-the-counter derivatives work, the way the credit rating agencies failed us, and the way that consumer products like these home mortgages, while we're regulating pajamas, flammable pajamas, we're doing nothing to do anything about these complicated mortgage documents to make them easier to understand. So I think that will be a piece of this, as well as pushing on the banks to renegotiate some of the mortgages so that people can stay in their homes.
Northern